Welcome everybody, Red Arrow 23 here, time for another Angry G Vibe highlights episode. Today we're going to be doing Angry G Vibe highlight episode 36. Let's boom this beach! So today we're going to start off straight into it. We got BVD on Humblepie. This is the last base standing, and as you'll see, these top shields were being a bit stubborn, so we had to use some BART on them before the core rush. Which is always tough, because that just means he's going to be starting off with a lot less GBE than usual. And all of the cells in the middle were used, apparently. So the right shield's already taken out, the left shield's also got taken out. Their top shield hit is actually quite a lot of GBE usually. But let's check it out. There were a few cells left, but BVD decided no, don't need them, so why bother? So let's check it out. Just walk straight on up the middle, straight into the face of these boom cannons. Doesn't want to lose the delay on the rocket launcher. There was about, if we look at the building health statue, there was 1.6 mil on the core. He's using some beautiful critter smokes up top, critter smoke up just above, and gets the shocks out perfectly. And look at that re-critter. And then boom, down it goes just as his first shock expires. Love it. Great hit from BVD with minimal GBE after having to clear out some top shields. So great hit from BVD there. Love it. Okay, next up we're going to have another BVD hit. You'll see that Boomtown actually went down in 3 hits, which is perfect. That's actually a really good result. And this middle attack is probably the reason why. So you see that Angry Ninkid opened up with Scorchers and Zookas, and he cleared out the machine guns and shields over on the left hand side. Unfortunately didn't make it to destroying any of the rocket launchers, but nearly got this one down. And there we go. So let's see what BVD is going to do to try and salvage it. Takes out the rocket launcher first with a couple arts. I like it. Ninkid did actually clear a bunch of mines down here too. We did do a few sabotages, so you can see a few black marks. Probably didn't help out a lot, but what are you going to do? We only really sabotage when we have too much intel, and because we got a lot of beasts on our team. Look at this. How? Didn't pop a single mine. Level 22s and shock mines that would all just ruin my life. I call that the BVD Gauntlet of Death on Boomtown. He's cleared the mines. Ninkid cleared the mines to the right of the core, so that's going to work out really well for BVD to use this path. It's going to save him a bunch of time and smokes. So there we go, straight up the middle. Yeah, so what I was saying was we have so much intel just because everybody enjoys playing the game and clears their maps so often that we have to get rid of our surplus somehow, and I hate that word. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about it because I just get annoyed. So he just moves on over, gets that last rocket launcher down, and then he just moves over, one more shock. Mortar's picking off his poop critters. Look at that flare timing. Rocket launcher didn't have a chance to fire. Got it down within the delay. I like it. Eats a few cells and then comes over to the right, clears the mines. I like it. And you'll see that he brought Sparky for a reason. Half of it's the majority of it is this UR right here. But he does get to use the poop critters to sort of protect him a little bit. You see that the critters are taking the hits as he bails out of here. Nice. And then this is nasty laser down here. That's not good at all. So all he's trying to do right now is set this up for the core rush. So he's making that gauntlet a little bit wider because he knows that not all of us are as potentially skilled as BVD. So we just want to be able to give us our best chance at that core rush, because he knows that he's not going to have GBE to finish this one off. And the amount of things that he had to do already. Because there's going to be these rocket launchers here need shocked, and that laser's definitely going to need shocked. UARD for the flamethrower, took that down. And there you go, that's pretty much going to be a wrap. Running out of GBE now, it's just clearing a hole. So the next person was just straight up there and took it out. And that was pin high by the look of it. So next hit, we're not going to worry about showing that one. Next hit was the next day, and that was Deja's account. I believe it was, I believe this hit was done by PA though, Powder Addict. He's a bit of a beast in our team. So let's check it out. We've already taken out the right shield, front shield, left shield, top shield, and a couple of rocket launchers on the left hand side. So we'll set it up pretty nicely. You can see that all these black marks are some sabos in there as well. But it's all good. So let's just fast forward while we're going to eat a few of these cells, I believe. The closest thing in range is that, probably the Grappler actually. So he's going to eat a few cells. Core health looks to be 2.6 before any items got destroyed, 2.6, so it's probably looking right now at like 2.4 million on the core. Nothing too major. Just slow down the entry, gets this nice flare over to the left, gets that flare on the middle of the machine gun so they split, they don't go into this barbed wire. I like it. And then flares down, and then he flares onto the core. Here we go, look at all those shocks, beautiful. Accepts a little bit of damage by the Doom Cannon over here, using a critter way out left to distract the rocket launcher. I like it. And then look at this damage, and boom, all the Zookas are gone. Where'd all of the Zookas go? That's called riding the line. That is just crazy. Using every ounce of power and time and GBE. So great work from PA. Couldn't have done much more damage there, I don't think. Everything went perfectly. So great hit from PA. Shout out to Dej for lending the account. So now we've got Kiez, aka Peyman. So I actually tried this hit first and I decided to eat all of the cells and then miss a couple of shocks. So I didn't get it down, but I managed to eat all these cells. I finished the shield over here first, but then took all the cells, so Kiez had no choice but to go in without being able to collect any GBE for the core rush, and it's like a 6 shock core rush. Or 5 shocking critters. So let's speed this up. A little bit of a walk around about the place. Positive thing about not collecting cells is that Brick doesn't get stuck over there. You know how she likes to target things when instead of following flares. So here we go. Getting into the zone now. You see at the beginning of the attack he cleared a couple of mines that sort of just around the core. Gets a nice med kit on there and then another double smoke. I like it. Now we can flare onto the core and start looking at our shocks. Has kept the delay on everything, which is awesome. Critter for the top rocket launchers. And boom! Down it goes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shocks and those critters. Nice work, Kiez, making the most of no cells. Great core rush, buddy. Great core rush. You're welcome for the assist by leaving you no cells. Alright, next up we've got Ninkid. This might be hard to watch, so if you might want to look away now. Let's have a look. Where'd he go? Angry Ninkid Green Court. He's pretty famous for the Green Court Open usually. He's pretty good at it. They moved him up to monkeys for it, I think. I'm not sure. Something like that. But Ninkid is always bragging about this hit. I'm pretty sure he just sits at home, and whenever he does this hit, he normally sits at home and watches it, watches his own hit about 20 times, just to sort of feel good about himself. So let's check it out. Not quite as fresh on the landing as usual, but that's okay. Gets the flare up. 3 smokes on the beach, that's fine. Using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats of Zookas. Usually only uses about 4, I think, but there's a bunch of extra rocket launchers. So here we go. Flares on, and that smoke just peeks out the front. Couple of Zukas, what is that? 4 Zukas peeked out the front, ruined the delay. So every shock was late in the world. Oh no! So there you go. Shield unfortunately did not go down. Let's see what he's going to do with the other boats. Is he going to do anything? He's got a hero and 2 other boats, I believe. Come on, Ninkid. He might be doing some math right now. We're just going to have to be patient. So he Sparkies the front rocket launcher. And then Sparkies the furthest. Oh, but she died. Because of a lot of damage. So now we've got 2 more boats. Have we got greens on the here? Oh no, we're just going to suicide. Because apparently things didn't go to plan. Hard luck, Ninkid. You got lit up. And but that normally doesn't happen to Ninkid. So we're going to let it slide, I guess. Just this once. Alright, let's check out big Mack Machina. This is the Mack Attack. One of the crustiest old co-leaders we have. He helps us run this team really efficiently, really well. He's a stud of a player, and yeah, he's just awesome. Shout out to Big Mac. Here we go, flare landing, going to be 3 smokes with the hero. Look at how nasty is this with the flamethrowers there. So he's already cleared the mines that he needs to. Oh, I see. He's going to park in there. I like it. We got rocket launchers out here, the standard ones up here, plus the extra 2, some in the back. So you can probably shock the shock launcher with the 2 flamethrowers, these 2 and this group together. That top shock is tough. Boom, gets it anyway. The Deutz. And then look at that, flamethrowers right next to him, doesn't care, shocks everything, and boom, down goes the core. Great hit from Big Mac. That's going to tie it up for today. Be sure to comment down below which attack was your favorite and why. Let's have a quick look at the team before we do go. Let's have a look at our details. Look at that. How many force points is our highest? We got 34,000, 34k. That happened today. So great work from Good Vibe, doing awesome on the leaderboard. Keep pushing up there. Getting pretty close. Getting really close. Getting close to monkeys. Snacks has a different start time, so it's a little bit misleading. And you see we're getting closer and we're doing really well. Like we're reaching a high force points, and I was actually surprised because usually when we hit like a significant milestone, it's usually when I go on a break. I don't know why, but I was actually here for this one, so that's awesome. So great work. Here are the team. They're all beasts. Where'd we go? Here we are. They're all beasts, getting massive amounts of intel. It's only, what day is it today? It's Wednesday night. So we're nearly halfway through the intel week, and most people are just putting up massive numbers. The lower ones there are probably just going to rotate out accounts. But look at that, Doggo already on 122. I believe he got 230 intel last week, or the week before. It was insane anyway. He just gets insane amounts of intel. So great work, Angry Good Vibe. That's going to do it for this video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach.